We FaceTime. I invited them to come to Chicago. They knew I lived with Julian, who they believe it was a roommate, right? So I told them, I want you to come over here and I want you to stay with us. But there is something that you need to know. One, Julian is not a roommate. Two, it's not that only it's not just a roommate, that it's a boyfriend, but it's actually a husband. And there is a little bit of a silence, and I just knew my mom would start crying and stuff. So I said, Mom, should we hang up now so you finish your crying part and then we can talk later? Because I was upset in that moment. But if you want to come, you're gonna have to treat my husband as you treat the wives. My both brothers are married. And if you're not ready to give him that treatment, then I don't want you here, and I'm sorry, and I love you more than anything in my life, but if you're not okay with this, I don't want you to come. I was ready in that moment for that to happen, right? And you just have to make sure that that's the risk you are ready to take and that you can handle. And I don't think I was ready or able to handle it before I had Julian, because I knew if they hang up on me at that moment, then I'm just gonna go and cry with my husband, and he's gonna hug me, and I'm gonna be okay, and that's it. And I know many people don't have that, and it's rough. But again, I cannot give advice on this. But what I would say is, remember I told you when my boss said to me, "You will know when you are ready." And I think that's a perfect advice that anybody can give you with coming out. It's not something to be forced. Like, I don't want anybody to say like, oh, it's like, go ahead, you will be fine. There's no reason for you to fear. It's that person is going through something, and it's just up to them. Like, that should be our decision, right? So I cannot be giving advice to people, say, do it, because it's up to them. And if I could say anything, it's that you will know when you are ready, because I knew. And I knew that I'm ready to take that risk. And I was okay with that risk, because in that point, I was being pissed. Like, I was being mad. I told you in that point, like when I called her, I said, do you want a moment to hang up so you finish your crying? Because like I had no empathy for her tears in that point. I'm sorry. But that's how I felt, because I felt like I had had it enough.